Hey folks, and welcome back to Keth Plays Torchlight 2. So as you can see, I wandered around, explored the rest of that map, and I came across this. This is a quest I've done in the past, but it's a new take on it. The last time I did this quest, you just wandered and there was elite mobs and you killed them and it released the spirits and that was it. This one, you had... you have to go over and open these stone doors, so it's kind of a different variation on it. And they release a ton of mobs, you kill the mobs, there comes the spirit guy. There's actually a second spirit, and I accidentally clicked on that door. It was over here somewhere. And once the spirit's released, the two spirits are released, they open the gate, and then you can go down here. So for your next quest. And I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, hey, you know what? I don't recognize this quest. And then I started doing it, or I realized what it was after I had opened the first door there. And I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. You know, it's something that I've seen and something that I've done, but it's a new variation on it, something that I haven't done, which I thought was kind of exciting. I'm like, you know, hey, at least it's giving me a variation. It's giving me something new. And I like that, you know, it keeps things fresh and allows you to see something completely new, even though I've already done this quest 3 or 4 times on all my various playthroughs that I've been doing. And I like that about games, you know, I like games that are willing to change stuff up and you're able to see new things even on stuff you've already done. So that excites me. That makes me happy. This quest's pretty straightforward. You wander around down here. You're going to kill a boss. I believe he's on the 2nd level of the thing. And get the item, and then go up and turn it in. So I figure hopefully we'll have time to do this quest. Secret room. Nifty. Oh, by the way, you guys aren't seeing them because I've already gotten them on different playthroughs that I've done, but this game has a ton of achievements. It's got 123 achievements. Ooh, look at this. All sorts of nifty stuff in here. Yeah, but it's got 123 achievements, so if it's your first playthrough and you're going through, you're going to get achievements left and right. And if you're into achievements, this game will definitely tickle your fancy and let you unlock a ton of achievements. Alright, probably a lever or something around here to lower that. There it is, up there. But yeah, I love games like that. You know, something, you know, too many achievements. Achievements are stupid stuff I don't care for. You know, but this is one of those games that's like, hey, kill 20 mobs. And you're like, okay, and you get an achievement for that. And then the next achievement is a variant of that one. And it's like, kill 100 mobs. And then kill 200 mobs. And it's like, so it's something you're going to get, you know, as long as you're playing the game. And, you know, it breaks up the monotony. You're like, oh, what am I doing? I'm just grinding. And then it's like, oh, ding, achievement. So that's kind of nice. You know, gives you, rewards you for something you're doing anyway. And keeps you going. You know, you're like, oh, hey, if I kill 1,000 more mobs, I get an achievement. And so it's like, okay, all this grinding that I'm doing, all this killing, you know, of random mobs and all this that, you know, is typically boring, is gonna give you something, make you have a reason for doing it. So I like that. That makes me happy. I'm wondering if there's stairs over there. Oh, yep, stairs. When these guys hit you with that life steal thing, it also slows it down. That's kind of aggravating. I would imagine that's even more aggravating if you are on a all melee character. Thankfully, I do have some ranged. If I was using wands instead of staves, or staves, have ranged attacks just regular, and I probably should have done that in retrospect, because of how quickly I'm running out of mana on this frost build. But, hey, you know, it happens. Ooh, scroll, or shrine of skill mana. Holy cow. What that is. I believe that just gives you like a flat bonus to your skills. Oh, shite. What is that? Okay, come on. No, I wasted my charge there. Goblin Grinder. Interesting name. You know what? I should be using more weapons. I have them. Some of these, and that one that was shining there without mousing over it, didn't think about it in time. Some of these little bat guys. Real quick, selling this. Some of those little bat guys are replicating. So, like, they automatically create copies of themselves. And those can be fairly annoying.
Your pet can't carry anymore.
Okay, pet can't carry anymore. Shrine. Minus 25 to skill mana cost for 2 minutes, plus 2 to all skills. Nice. I like that. Ooh, hey. So that shrine's kind of cool. I'm learning as I go through on this character that the second that charge fills up, you just want to rush through and kind of find mobs and blow your mana. Or use the fact that you're not using mana as quickly as possible. So rather than taking your time and looting, you should probably be pushing through and finding mobs to kill. So. Oh, something else I did. Here, wait a second for my pet to get back before I head down there. Something else I did while I was wandering around out in the middle of the forest and learning. Ooh, okay, nifty skills coming up. Something else that I learned was fishing. You know, you should definitely do it because you're going to get, you know, you have the potential to get items as well as your little fishing guys that can help your pet out. But while you're doing that, go ahead and clear out the area real quick around the fishing hole.
I don't have enough.
And send your pet off to town, you know, especially if he's got a full thing. I think it takes 2 minutes or whatever for him to get back. So, right before you start fishing, go ahead and send your pet, or load up your pet with stuff, whatever you need, you know, if you need him to buy items or you need him to sell some stuff, and send them off while you're fishing, because you're going to be standing there doing nothing anyway. Your pet might as well be doing something for you since you don't need him. So go ahead and do that. Pro tip, I guess, if you hadn't figured it out, which you probably did. So walk over that. It's a teleporter. This boss, you just come over, you click the skeleton. These guys are going to come off the wall. There's going to be guys coming out of this hole here next to me. As well as the boss is going to come out of this hole. Let's see if we can... Oh, I was kind of hoping to get a few more points on the charge before that guy popped up. Oh well.
My mana is low.
He loves his stuff. Well, that's so good. Tried to make it down here while I still had that skill shrine active. There we go, Rose Mortis, the item we're
You have
looking
completed
for.
the quest.
And we'll come over here. There's a ton of chests and loot and stuff over here. Always willing to take a bunch of loot. Like those mysterious gloves there that are probably really good. Get that guy down real quick. Portal to the surface. Another thing that I found while I was away and saving you guys the boredom of me wandering around was I found the key to that chest we had passed earlier that was over by the entrance to where we're going.
We here?
125. Let's take that just because it's worth more money, and apparently I'm out of room again. Pet. There we go. Nothing, 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 nothing. Strength. Damage reflect. Rune Master Signet. Oh, I like that. Let's replace this healthy ring. There. Sell that. Focus and 32 health. Not that great compared to what I have. Movement speed's kind of cool. Sword. Okay. Oh. Forgot to get that little item there. But yeah, that chest item, or chest icon you see right up here that we're heading towards. I got this key from a mob. And we're going to go unlock that real quick. See what's in there. Okay, green item, nothing too super, but hey, gold is always appreciated. Let's quickly run over here. You know what, I'm actually going to check the time on this video and see if we have time to go through this area, so I will be right back. And I'm back. Checking the time, we're sitting about 13 minutes, so we got plenty of time to make it through here. I'm trying to keep these videos at 30 minutes or less. The stupid orbs are kind of a pain. They bounce around and shoot you, and they're annoying. Let's see here. Yes, I know I missed some area over there, and that's going to absolutely drive me nuts, but I'll go ahead and go back and get that off recording. What do we got here? Oh, you'll find these guys randomly, and they will enchant your items. Like, for example, if I wanted to throw this over here, we'll just show you how it works. Adds new enchantments. What did he add? +2 fire damage. Let's do another one. I believe you can add 3 for the basic. That's +5. Oh yeah. Let's do it to the max. And +3 electric damage. And you can remove enchantments and add enchantments. So I get the impression I haven't removed any enchantments because all my guys are low levels, and I just don't see the point in wasting money trying to get the perfect enchantment. But from what I gather with the remove is, if you get an enchantment you don't like, so for example, like if I didn't want that fire damage, I could remove it and try again if I wanted to waste the money. And attempt for something better, or what I think is better. So, like I said, I haven't fooled around with that because I don't have a ton of money on my characters. I do have some money that I could probably waste, but I just don't see the point in it at this point. if I get to the point where I have a character who has just ungodly amounts of money, I will probably try that, and I will report back. Okay, so I missed a lot, but there's the stairs down. See, here's what I was talking about. I leveled up and it didn't identify those. I don't know why. But at any rate, I'm not going to bother going back just to get those areas. I'll go back and find them on my own. One thing I do want to point out, since I just saw one pick up. So this one reduces the armor requirements. That's a really cool one to get. You just right click and it gives you. And then this one's like a heal all. So what I can do is I can put here, and then I press 3 and boom, heals me and my pet, and anybody who's around. So that's kind of a cool skill to get. You know, it costs mana, but on the other hand, it's, you know, assuming you have a reason to not use your mana potions and you're just standing around, you might as well use it. The heal all, there's a heal one that just heals you, and I believe it heals your pet as well. It just doesn't heal the other players that may or may not be in your game. You can get all sorts of ones. There's ones that summon minions. Big fan of the skeletal archers one. And you can also give those to your pet, and your pet will use them. Like on one of my other characters, my pet summons skeletons, and he also has one that increases his attack speed and stuff. So don't be afraid. If you see something you might want to equip on your pet can use it. And if you've got ones you've already want on your character, you might as well give them to your pet instead of selling them. So since I only have, or you're allowed to have 4 inactive magics or whatever on your character and 4 on your pet. So instead of selling or getting rid of them, you might as well get those 8 slots filled up, and then you can start picking and choosing. But until then, you might as well just go ahead and use them up. Alright, whoa, what's going on here? Why are these guys pushing? Oh, that's right. And look at that, for once my skill props right when I wanted it to.
Your fame has increased.
So your fame increasing also gives you skill points. And that's about all I've seen as a benefit from that. So when your fame increases, you get a couple bonus skill points. I don't know if that reduces, I will look into that for you guys, but I'm not sure if it reduces like item costs or anything from the vendors. But I will check into that. It probably does. And you gain fame for all sorts of things. You gain it for doing quests, you gain it for killing elite mobs. Actually, I think that's about all you get. Might get it for achievements, too. I should really look into that. Because obviously, I don't know that much about it. So I will look into that before the next episode, and I will get back to you on it. Oh, I should have healed instead of using a potion now that I've got that heal spell. Hello! And something else I might do off recording, since you can get rid of your skill points as long as it's the 3 most recent, I may toy with that hailstorm spell that we have access to, that I haven't put my points in, and see how that works. And if it's good, I will pick it up. If not, I'll skip it and report back to you.
Not enough mana.
Holy cow, there's a ton of mobs.
Insufficient mana. Insufficient mana. My mana is low.
Yes, I'm aware you're low on mana. Mana. Whatever. Chest, more
My
gold.
inventory is full.
My inventory is full. Thanks for the update there, guy. Is that better for fire damage as opposed to health? Not really better, in my opinion. Ooh, augmented weapons. There's something to talk about. This is a shotgun, so I'm not going to use it, but the way the augmented weapon works is once you kill whatever required, so in this case 25 enemies to upgrade, it gives you a bonus stat. That's kind of a nifty little thing. Kind of annoying, but, you know, hey, it's something different. So instead of giving you, like, all the attributes on the weapon, one of them you're going to have to unlock. And I've seen different things. It seems to be random as far as the stat it gives you. You know, I've gotten a couple of really lame ones. I've gotten a couple of decent ones, but I find that it gives me... I find in my experience you get a lot of augmented weapons for stuff you don't use. Like, for example, I got that shotgun. I'm not going to use a shotgun. Oh, okay. Here's something. Let's talk about this. So, for those of you that were around in the 80s, I believe it was the 80s, there was this game called Lights Out. And you pressed a button and it changed the way the lights moved. So for this, you got to toy with the levers until you unlock. There's another lever thingy over here, and there's one down here, and you're trying to move these things around to get to that gold chest. It takes a while. You got to find the right combination, plus you got to go click those ones, and then this one, and then back to those ones. I'm not going to mess with that right now, just because it's time-consuming. But yeah, it's an interesting little mechanic that they've got going there. Fun to do, kind of a puzzle type thing that makes you think. I like it. You know, like I said, I like these things that it's like, oh yeah, hey, this is something completely different. And, you know, we're gonna give you something to do. So you run into those in some of the big dungeons, or you know, like boss dungeons, and definitely worth a shot. I mean, hey, it's a golden chest. Golden chests give you items. Items are good. That's why we're playing games like this, because it gives you a ton of items. You know, it's that instant gratification thing that some of us are really big into. So, yes, again, I'm skipping areas, just trying to get to the boss, which should be right down the stairwell. We'll turn in the quest, and we'll call it a day for this episode. And I will come back and do all this stuff at a later date. Alrighty. So here we are at the boss. One of the things, you know, a minor gripe about this is it's pretty obvious that I'm going to a boss when I run into one of these little portal things. So, there's the Guardian we're looking for. Here is General Grell. Careful, this guy hits like a train with some of his abilities.
Not enough money.
Plus, he's got minions that are coming left and right, so you gotta be worried about them. There we go. Got my charge. Go ahead. Use the crap out of it here. Oh, gee. Open the gate, let the dogs out. What's the song about that? Regarding who let said dogs out.
I've completed the quest.
Hey, a mysterious shield. That would be interesting if I was a shield bearer. However, one of my other characters is, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. I like that shared stats. That's definitely something I'm big into. And Diablo 3 did have it, that, you know. But definitely something I'm interested in. Because you get something like that, you get that shield, and you're like, man, I would really like that on my other character. Well, good news. Throw it in the shared stash, your other character can have it. And there we go. Lost chest.
I can't carry anymore.
And of course we can't carry anymore, because that would make sense. Quick sell this. Or, well, give my pet those items. We'll take a look at all that stuff later. And let's go down here. Talk to this guy.
I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you came along. We arrived just as the alchemist was subduing the Guardian, but he caught us by surprise. We couldn't stop him. Grell and his raiders arrived shortly after the alchemist left. They've been trying to get in here and loot this place for years. The alchemist's attack finally gave them the opening they needed.
Okay, very well.
You have my gratitude, mortal. Now listen closely, for a great evil is at work here. The alchemist's search for a cure to his ember blight has driven him to the brink of madness. He siphoned off my energy to magnify the power of Ordrak's heart after he depleted it, destroying Torchlight. With the power of the Guardians, Ordrak's heart could destroy all ember everywhere. Perhaps he believes that might cure his affliction. The alchemist must be stopped before he attacks any more Guardians. Each time he siphons off our energy, the heart becomes more powerful, and he becomes more dangerous. You and Commander Vale should return to the Asperian Enclave and plan your next move.
Alrighty, we will. Hey, that's kind of exciting. I know I don't use wands on this character, but I have Twinferno on my other Ember Mage.
You have received a quest.
And that is awesome. So now I can complete the set. It's like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
Apparently things have gone from bad to worse while we were at the wellspring. Whatever was making the Asterians sick is spreading, and it's moved out into the lands north of here. That's where the Grand Regent was headed. If he's already reached the Watchwheel, he'll have sealed the gates as a precaution, which means that the whole temple could be turning into one big plague zone even as we speak. This plague seems to specifically target beings of an inherently magical nature, such as the Asterians and the Guardians. So far it's not affecting humans, so I've sent for a transport to bring us some medical supplies, and I'll be coordinating the medical relief here. Meanwhile, you need to get out to the Watchwheel Temple. Take Crow's Pass to the Frosted Hills. Try to catch up to the Grand Regent before he enters the temple.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
You have a new quest.
Alright, real quick here. I just want to... Okay, that was nothing. Let's check these out. Ooh, look at that. Increases magic find, ranged weapon. Oh, only Outlander. Okay, well, we'll give that to my Outlander. Nice armor, nothing. Wand. Belt of Health, 125. Plus a ton of resistance. We'll equip that. Nothing decent there. There's that Twinferno I really like. Runemaster set piece. There's that shield. I wanted to take a look at that. Nifty. Alrighty, I just wanted to take a look at those real quick, show you guys some of the items we got while we were wandering around. And I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode. Yeah. Berserker, I didn't have anything in here. Nifty. Alrighty, guys. Well, we will catch you next time on Keth Plays Torchlight 2.